What's your biggest takeaway from this year? Obviously, you were with the organization the season prior, and then a lot of transition going into this year, new coaching staff, new group of players, and obviously it had to turn out pretty well as far as the team's ever gone in their AHL history. So I'd imagine a lot to hang your hat on this year.
Well, yeah, I mean, from last year to this year's, huge turnaround. Just players itself, a lot of young, up-and-coming, talented players that bought into the system we were teaching. And it showed on the ice that, you listen to your coaches, you can go far. But no, it was great. It was a lot of fun. And anytime you get playoff hockey, doesn't matter what level, it's always going to help you as a player. So hopefully they learn from it. And going into next season, we've already set the stage and we're, hit the ground running, and here we go again. And let's get back to where we are and go to that next step.
It seems like you had a lot of supporting cast to help you out as well. Sheldon Brookbank in his first year, obviously helping out Jeremy Collin in his first year, but you get a veteran players in there as well. Svedberg, Franson, Clendenning, Boma, so guys that can help spread the message a little bit. So if it's not always listening to the coaches, it's at least listening to the guys that have played a few hundred games in the National Hockey League.
Yeah, I mean, it's after a while, players, even as a player, you can only listen to your coach so much, where you get a good veteran group like we had, they take over and do the coaching. It makes our job so much easier. Franny, Bomi, Marty, and you go down, Vic and all these guys, and Glenn, and it just makes our job so much easier. So it's huge having those veterans like that, their presence in the locker room and stuff. And hopefully the young guys watched how they performed, watched how they worked in practice, and they learned from that. And then again, like I said, come into camp next year. Obviously, they're all trying to make the Blackhawks, but not all of them can make it. So when they are back here, they kind of, like I said, we already have a good culture, some structure in place, and we'll just hit the ground running.
Did anything surprise you or impress you with this group? I know you've been in this organization for a little bit now, and you've been in the game of hockey for a while. It seems like to have this group as young as they were at one point in time, with the amount of rookies that you had, I mean, there was a lot of eye-opening experiences that had to all come together pretty quickly.
Well, yeah, and you saw it with individuals, with their stats, or whether it's a call-up and they played some NHL games for the first time. Jeff Glass playing in the NHL, and he's, 50-something, 60 years old. But the biggest thing for me is these guys stuck together, ups and downs. They bonded, and they were a team. And the locker room was huge, and they had fun coming to the rink every day. As coaches, we try to make it fun, and you could see it in their play. They enjoyed playing the game. I kid around and say, they're a little too dumb to quit, but they just would not quit. And I've been on teams where sometimes the team just gets down and just doesn't have any more fight, but these guys fought to the end, and you saw it, the overtimes. I wish we could still be playing, but what an experience for everybody.
I imagine as a coaching staff, that puts a little jump in your step to come to the rink every morning knowing that there's going to be a fun culture in the locker room, and that only transpires and carries over onto the ice.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I like to get away from the rink now and have a little break and get some rest, but I'm ready to go. I can't wait for next year to see how these guys come into camp and how their mindset is, and just how fun it's going to be to watch these guys grow again for another year.
And with that being said, there's so many guys that played their first years or got their first taste of pro hockey. How do you push the bar to go a little bit higher? Obviously, you want them to get their feet wet. So where's the next step for them and your meetings, and then obviously going into the camps?
Well, their next step is to make the Chicago Blackhawks, obviously. And we kid about it a little bit too. Like, they raised the bar so high that they kind of ruined it for themselves. So now we know how good they can be. Just get healthy, have a good summer, be focused, ready to go once that puck drops, first day of camp, and just go play and have some fun with it. And if you do that, your chances of making the big club are probably a lot better than if you come in not doing that. And then when we get our team together, it's just like, here we go. And off and running, and let's get to that next level.
What's the summer look like for you? I know you're going to have a lot of camps coming up, development camps, combines, drafts, everything to help out the coaching staff. I know you're involved in the youth hockey programs here in Rockford, so I'd imagine not too much time off before you got skates on again.
I actually be on the ice tonight with the kids. But yeah, we'll take a little break and go visit for some family back in New York and back up to Canada. And we'll be around in and out, but we'll try to get some rest. But it's, you got kids, you got to take care of them, and you got to keep them occupied. So it'll keep me busy.